I was gonna make a video talking about um, how people lack a fear of death, um, and that the assumption of a long life is a misnomer, and how, like, while it might be statistically plausible, one should not devote their youth to laying foundation for a future. And it seems smart and safe until you become that, like, 5% of the population that dies before the age of 50. You wasted all that time setting up a future that you'll never have. But I realized that it just makes me sound like such a pessimist. And I don't know. I wonder if being a pessimist is just like a natural thing for me, because I try to have like a positive outlook on life, but or like this whole, even me making videos, I was trying to like do it to like spread philosophy, or like just talk about stuff that I think about, try to sound smart. But like I realized that like I'm doing it for all the wrong reasons. Like, I got a couple subscribers, and immediately my reaction is like, because originally I was gonna make it just hoping no one would see it, and just do it to make, like, become a better speaker and practice. And the second I get like any interaction on my channel from random people, I just get like a sense of accomplishment, which it really means nothing, but like, just I feel like I'm contradicting everything I'm supposedly doing this for. But back to the fear of death, lacking a fear of death. That's such a pessimist way of looking upon life. But it was like originally trying to be inspirational and like, oh yeah, don't waste any of your precious life that you might not be able to get back, or preparing for a future. But realistically, like, I'm doing that. I'm going to college to get a degree to set up for a job that I'll hopefully make a lot of money off of, and in 30 years I'll be able to have a sturdy foundation for my family, and in terms of money and stature. But like, I'll think these things and then I'll say them thinking that I sound different, and I'm just a hypocrite. But yeah, I just feel like I'm naturally a pessimist, and it's not something that I can train myself or convince myself to abolish in my mind. I don't know if that's something that, because I feel like I gain a lot of my attributes in the way I perceive things from my mom, and just like the people I've learned from growing up, learned how to live life from. And I just feel like a lot of people are pessimists. Like, even the people that spread this like positive information and positive outlook on life, it doesn't seem authentic. You know, I guess that's, again, being a pessimist, another example. But there's no way people can truly think that consistently. Like, you can have a outburst of positive energy, but then afterwards, at least in my experience, I just have like this sense of realization that it's all bullshit. Like, I don't really think that, and it's foolish to think that. But then maybe I'm just being tricked by the media and into being convinced that that's the way they actually function and think. But then I'll meet some people where it is pretty consistent. Like, I never really see, they always have a positive outlook on things or reaction to things. Like, oh, they fail a test or like have some type of setback in their life, and they take it and they don't have a negative reaction to it. Maybe that's just something I'll never understand, but I swear it's not something that can be, it's not something you can build up. It's like a natural reaction. Like, I don't, even if I like say, oh yeah, I'm struggling right now, but I'm gonna try my best, and that's all I really care about. Like, it's not true. I'm thinking something completely opposite of that. Like, it sucks, and like, I'm gonna let it weigh down my life and hopefully give me an excuse to do something irrational. I don't know. I have a very weird way of thinking things, but I feel like it's common. Like, I feel like it's normal for people to be natural pessimists. It's kind of a negative video, but yeah, kind of a negative video overall. But the original message I was trying to talk about was supposed to be positive. Maybe gives people a different outlook on what their future might look like. And again, it seems kind of extreme the way I've said it on how you should not completely disregard your future, but think of it as a possibility that you won't have one as long, and realistically anything can happen. And I think people always talk about how they have a fear of death. It's like, yeah, I'm just scared of it not existing, and like everything can just come to an end. But like, no one acts like that. No one lives their life doing that. No one lives their life with a real fear of death, I feel like, until I guess you're really old, and then death is right around the corner, and then people start actually living their life. But I feel like it's such a tricky concept, because it's like, when you're young, because you think of it as a statistic, like, I'm going to probably have a long life. No one really assumes that they're gonna die in the next week, unless you have an extreme scenario. But then people always just like say they have a fear of death, but it's not. I just want to say it's not a real fear of death. And this doesn't mean like, again, like drop everything and like get rid of all your responsibilities, assuming you're gonna die in a week. Because, yeah, a lot of blabbering.